want to determine which is the best fighter jet in the world, you could look at raw performance numbers, like top speed or maximum ordnance load, or look at how successful it has been in combat. You could look at how many have been exported to countries around the world, or even the sheer number of aircraft built since its introduction. When looking at the most advanced fighters currently in operation, these are the aircraft that stand out as the best of the best. Number 10. Sukhoi SU35. The Sukhoi SU35, also known as the Flanker E, is an advanced multi-role fighter developed from the Su-27, one of the most iconic fighter jets of the Cold War era. The Su-35 was designed to fill the gap between the aging Su-27 and the next generation of stealth fighters. First introduced in the late 2000s, this aircraft is a testament to Russian aerospace engineering, blending the proven strengths of its predecessor with cutting-edge advancements that keep it relevant in modern warfare. Operated by Russia and China, the Su-35 has a maximum speed of Mach 2.25 and can cruise at Mach 1.1. The fighter also has a maximum altitude ceiling of 59,000 feet and a range of 2,200 miles. Number 9. F18 Super Hornet. The United States Air Force opted for the F-16 Fighting Force. The U.S. Navy felt that a twin-jet fighter would be more appropriate for launching from aircraft carriers. That led to the development of a completely new fighter in the form of the F-18 Super Hornet. The F-18 Super Hornet can serve this dual role largely thanks to the fact it has such a powerful array of weaponry it can call upon. In addition to a standard Vulcan 20 mm cannon, the Super Hornet can be armed with everything from AM-9 Sidewinder missiles to paveway laser-guided bombs. Although it isn't the fastest fighter, the Super Hornet can still reach a top speed of Mach 1.8 and a maximum altitude of 50,000 feet. Number 8. F15EX Eagle II. The F15EX Eagle II is one of the most recent additions to the United States Air Force. Based on the earlier F-15, it is a multi-role fighter intended to replace the older F-15C and D variant. Development only started on this project in the early 2010s, and it is not technically expected to enter active service until July 2024. The fighter has a maximum speed of Mach 2.5 when at high altitude and a service ceiling of 60,000 feet. It also comes with the advantage of being far cheaper than both the F-35 and F-22, costing just over $80 million per unit. The is economical in other ways as well, as it is expected to have a lifespan of over 20,000 hours. Number 7. DOAL Rafael. The DOAL Rafael is a multi-role fighter that is now operated by France, Egypt, Croatia, Greece, and India. Dubbed a 4.5 generation fighter, the Dassault aviation aircraft can take on multiple duties, ranging from air superiority to surveillance and reconnaissance. Like many similar fighters, it is also capable of carrying out ground strikes and even has the ability to act as a nuclear deterrent, as it can carry a number of nuclear armaments. Dassault Rafael acts as a bridge between the 4th and 5th generations of fighters. Dassault Rafael, with its top speed of Mach 1.8, a service ceiling of 50,000 feet, and avionics that include advanced radar and 3D map generation, is not to be underestimated. Number 6. KAKF2 Bormi. The KAKF2 Bormi is a multi-role fighter that has been developed as part of a collaboration between Korea Aerospace Industries and Indonesian Aerospace for use by the militaries of both countries. While it is not technically in active service, the aircraft is due to be introduced in 2026. KAKF2 Bormi have an advanced air-to-air weapon that can travel at 4 times the speed of sound and hit targets that are as far away as 120 miles. The fighter jet is powered by 2 General Electric F414 GE400K engines and has a maximum speed of Mach 1.8 with an expected combat range of around 620 miles. Number 5. Eurofighter Typhoon. The Eurofighter Typhoon is a fourth-generation fighter with a distinctive delta-wing design that operates as a multirole aircraft, capable of carrying out missions such as bombing ground targets, providing surveillance, and establishing air superiority. A joint project between several European nations, including the UK, Italy, Spain, and Germany, the Eurofighter Typhoon began development during the 1980s and made its maiden flight in 1994. Less than 10 years later, the fighter was introduced to the air forces of the European countries that built it. The Eurofighter Typhoon is one of the best fighters ever built. It has a maximum speed of Mach 2.35 and an operating range of 1,800 miles, significantly longer than the F-22 Raptor, albeit at a slower speed. The fighter can also carry a variety of missiles, ranging from air-to-air to anti-ship weapons, in addition to laser-guided bombs. Number 4. Sukhoi SU-57. Throughout modern history, the technology of the Soviet Union and Russia has largely developed as a response to advancements made by the U.S. The Sukhoi Su-57 is no different in that respect. In development since the early 2000s, the first test flight for the Su-57 Felon took place in 2010, and it entered active service in 2020. This is a fighter that was designed entirely to compete with the U.S. fifth-generation fighters, namely the F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning. However, Russia has only been able to produce just under 2 dozen Su-57s so far. It can fly at 65,000 feet and reach a speed of Mach 2 at that altitude. A pair of Lyulka 117S engines provide the thrust, allowing it to climb 1,000 feet in less than a second. Number 3. Chengdu J20. The Chengdu J20 is China's answer to the fifth-generation fighters of the United States and Russia. Nicknamed the Mighty Dragon, the Chengdu J20 is a multirole fighter that leans more towards stealth and air superiority. In that sense, it is more of a rival to the F-22 Raptor than the F-35 Lightning II, although it certainly doesn't have the same capabilities as the U.S. aircraft. The Chengdu J20 made its very first flight way back in 2011 and then went on to enter active service with China's Air Force in 2017. In the 7 years it has been in production, more than 200 units have been built and delivered, making it the second most common fifth-generation fighter in the world, after only the F-35. However, it is the speed of the Chengdu J20 that really makes it stand out as one of the most advanced fighters. It can reach a top speed of Mach 2.55 after engaging its afterburners. Number 2. F-35 Lightning II. The U.S. already had an advanced fifth-generation fighter in the form of the F-22 Raptor, but the high cost of that aircraft meant that a cheaper alternative was needed. Authorities also wanted a fighter more versatile than the F-22 and didn't focus entirely on air superiority. The solution was the Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, a joint collaboration between Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, and BAE Systems. The F-35 entered service within the United States Air Force in 2015, having made various test flights since 2006, when it first flew. While it is not as stealthy as the F-22, the Lightning II has plenty of strengths. The F-35 has been a big success, and its capabilities have been impressive enough for it to be exported to many countries around the world. NATO allies such as the United Kingdom and Canada count on the F-35, as do nations like Australia and Japan. It is little wonder, then, that more than 1,000 Lightning II fighters have been produced over the last 2 decades. Number 1. F-22 Raptor. When it comes to fifth-generation fighters, the F-22 Raptor remains one of the most advanced jets ever created. Officially designated the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor, it made its first flight almost 3 decades ago. The development of the aircraft can be traced back to the 1980s, with Lockheed Martin and Boeing eventually winning the contract. The project to replace the F-15 led to what is now widely regarded as the pinnacle of jet fighters. The F-22 Raptor reveals it has a lot of strengths. As an air superiority fighter, the F-22 has a particular focus on stealth and maneuverability, so it can dispatch enemy targets quickly and efficiently. Even without engaging its afterburners, it can cruise at a speed of Mach 1.5 and make sharp turns that other fighters are incapable of doing. The F-22 is estimated to have cost the U.S. $350 million per unit to produce, leading to the government choosing to reduce its initial order from 750 to just 186. Thanks for watching.